Hello everyone and welcome to another episode of Route X Lap Attack. For this episode we're going to be driving the Jaguar E-Type. I actually was looking for the Aston Martin DB5. It was not in the Haggerty showroom, but I was able to find the E-Type instead, so I'm really happy to have this car. This is actually one of my favorites. Fell in love with this thing ever since I saw it in Gran Turismo 5. I think in the United States we sold it as the XKE, but I was actually considering repainting this, but I changed my mind at the last second. I decided this color looks nice and I'm going to keep it. I was considering a dark green. That's actually very common for a lot of Jags, but I also was considering a bright red, just like in this one cartoon I saw. A G.I. Joe cartoon, as a matter of fact. One of the main characters, named Flint, was driving a car like this. I don't know if it was supposed to be the E-Type, but it looked very similar to this, and it was bright red. Unfortunately, it got crashed and blown up because some guys from Cobra were trying to attack him. And I don't remember the names of the bad guys, but one of them said, "It's too bad you lost your car. I would have liked to keep it for myself." And Flint simply replied, "Nah, you wouldn't have wanted that. Needed a tune-up." I'm happy with the performance on this car, but in real life, the E-Types did have mechanical problems. Jeremy Clarkson, I remember he did a joke about that when he was celebrating the car's 50th anniversary in 2011, because he had a very similar car that was actually built brand new in 2011 called the Eagle Talon. Side by side with the E-Type, the two cars looked very similar, but after all this glorious fanfare, after seeing a couple of Spitfires do flyovers and a bunch of other people, just a marching band, Jeremy did like everything to give this car a well-deserved 50th anniversary. But after all that, he gets into the E-Type, turns the ignition key several times, and he's like, it won't start. The Gumball Rally from 1976 also had a joke making fun of the E-Type's misfortunes. This race from New York City to Los Angeles involved many people driving many different types of cars. The main characters were in a Shelby Cobra and a 1972 Ferrari. I don't remember what kind of car the Ferrari was. Could have been a dyno. But one of the contestants was in a Jaguar E-Type. Never got the opportunity to leave New York City. He was stuck there because he couldn't get the engine started. Sounds like something that would happen to a French car, to be honest, not British. Jaguar still makes a lot of good cars with a lot better reliability. Although I've been told that despite still being a British company, Jaguar is actually owned by another company from India. Which is kind of ironic because when you look back at a lot of historical things occurring between the United Kingdom and India, India was actually part of British ownership at one point. Matter of fact, that makes me think of this one character in Call of Duty Vanguard who, you can play as her to fight against these Nazis, but when you look at her character description, you would also be led to believe that she would support Nazis, because the description says that she fought British people to push them out of her country. And during World War II, although India wanted to go to war against Japan, there were some people in that country that supported the Germans. I don't know how they felt about the rest of the Axis powers, but needless to say, they definitely did not like the Japanese. Funny enough, I was actually watching a World War II movie yesterday. It's called 1941. It's a comedy by Steven Spielberg. One German does appear in there, though. Well, technically he's British. It's Christopher Lee, but he does play as a German general. I don't think he's a general, my mistake. He's actually a colonel. And he was the only German in that movie, because listening to the title 1941, I'm sure you already know what occurs. I mean, you might have already seen the movie too at one point. It basically involves a group of Japanese troops in a submarine trying to attack a bunch of American spots in California. There's a pretty good preview that shows near the ending where the submarine destroys a Ferris wheel. But I really like what Steven Spielberg did. I know some people said that 1941 was not good, but during its time when it was created in 1979, it proved to be a financial success. Its budget was $3.6 million, and it definitely made a lot more than that when it was released in theaters. And I know there's a lot of other people that like that movie too. It's actually on YouTube for free. If you type in 1941, you can watch it exactly the same way I did. I watched this on my PS5 too, believe it or not. I thought I was going to have to watch a bunch of ads, but not a single commercial popped up. I just watched that 2-hour film ad-free. A lot of fun. Why are you going to the right? Stay straight, please. I don't think we're going to hit 200, but we have crossed the finish line at 5 minutes and 42 seconds. That blew my expectations. I mean, I did all the upgrades I do with every other car, but I thought I would have been around 185, but we did go over 200 at some points. It was mostly downhill, but that was a very good run. Let's see how we did compared to the others. Alright, so we're not in overall. My guess is, let's see. Alright, so PP 600. It's either 600 or 700. We got 542, so that put the E-Type in 11th for the PP 700 class. And when I say PP, I'm not referring to actually going P. It's performance points. Some of you probably already knew that, but I bet there's probably some immature 12-year-old that's like, ha ha, he said PP. But thanks for joining me. I'll see you in the next episode.